I was just identifying companies to whom I thought I can be of service. Just sending an email, enclosing the brochure of my organization that I've prepared, and then checking their online page and what they propose, trying to see their projects, where they invest, and saying, okay, I think that maybe I can be useful here because I think this investment might be risky. I would like to do strategic analysis for you from a geopolitical standpoint. And one company out of hundreds of emails who were left without reply, one company replied and they invited me to their headquarters to speak with their executives. And they gave me a very small project. The project went really well. They were very happy. They gave me a bigger project. And this is how it started. Yeah.
So how long did it take you to get the first clients, first paid clients?
I would say maybe 7 months. But from the moment I started sending the emails, maybe it was 2 months. 7 months, the entire thing about thinking, putting the foundation, developing like the brochure and stuff like that. And then, it was a difficult time because I was just frustrated that nobody was replying. And I knew that I knew my capacity. And I was like, I can actually do something important. And then I was trying to overcome also this self-doubt, because the moment you propose something and people don't take it, like by default, you start to think there is something wrong about your proposition, that maybe you don't have what it takes. And there was this, I had to find, and I think this is the most defining part of my journey, balancing the rejection, the fear of that maybe what I propose would never manage to make it ink on the debate, but also the conviction, because I was really persuaded in what I have to propose in my capacity. So balancing tension, internal tension between fear and conviction, and learning to live with it and thrive with it was possibly the most defining part of my journey, to be honest with you.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So what makes you overcome that?
I work a lot on myself. I've always been interested in self-development, and by nature, I'm somebody who is quite anxious. So I always want to do the best I can in everything I do. And was growing up, my dad, who passed away a few years back, he was always telling me, no matter what you do in your life, be the best you can be in what you do. So I was always driven by this thinking about him in everything I do. And I was like, I need to do the best I can in everything I do. And then when I confronted this self-doubt, when I started developing this, and at the beginning, nobody was replying to my emails. And I was like, I have this conviction within myself. I know that I'm good at what I do. I need to persevere and overcome this. So I was reading a lot about the imposter syndrome, because I realized at the time I didn't know that it's called imposter syndrome. But I was like, I don't understand why I feel that maybe I'm not where I need to be. I was very young, of course, at the time. So each time I was having conversations with people, they were older than me. Often I was the only woman as well, because energy is a very male-dominated sector. And this by default was putting a lot of pressure on me. So I was always thinking like how I can be better, how I can impose myself better without being conceived as aggressive or too confident. Because also there is a lot of this thinking about women who are confident, they're perceived as aggressive rather than confident. Men, it's the vice versa. I was conscious about these shifts. So I worked a lot about that. Like I worked on confronting my fears. I was really scared the first time I went in front of these few executives. I was terrified. I was absolutely terrified. So I remember I was staying at home and looking at myself, and I had a lipstick and I took it off because I was like, oh no, like it would not be professional to have a lipstick when I make a pitch in front of like these executives. I went there in these beautiful offices, and it was quite intimidating because I had those people lined in front of me and I was on the other side of the table, and were like four men and very polite. So there was no confrontation, but it was just, I was young and woman, and then there were like those 4 men in front of me. So it took a lot of courage inside me. I was like, I just breathed in and I was like, you can do it. I just told it to myself, you can do it. Just speak about what you can do for them, because you're not here to beg for something. You're here to give them something. And this was always what I say to myself before I have these like big presentations in front of clients, potential clients, even at international forums. I'm not here to ask, I'm here to give. And what I have to give is important for them. So yeah, it's a constant struggle. Of course, with age, confidence builds up and you become about these things.